April is one of those months, isn't it, where it's wait, followed by go, go, go. There are a multitude of jobs that you can be getting on with. My problem is sticking to one at a time. So despite my best intentions of planning where all my vegetables are going to go with their companion plants, I am going to go completely off-piste and plant this lovely Claire Austin climbing rose on one of the trellises that we've already built. This section here was supposed to have a cucumber. Well, I think that's too big for one cucumber, don't you? So that is going to be today's distraction. I think that's going to look beautiful. And I can move my bench over here and look down this arbour during the summer months, and it'll be swathed in roses. While I'm doing this, let's take a look at what we got up to at the weekend. Just give those a soak. Now then, I think I'm just going to go with bamboo canes. Morning, Bonnie. How are you? Are you good? Right, I'm going to take these up to the woodland area. Right, I think I've got all the tools I need. Let's get to work. It is still quite soggy down here. I do have crabapple, hazel and maple. So the maple will deal with the damp here, but the hazel prefers it slightly drier, and it is slightly drier over there by the willows. This is not what anybody wants to see in their garden, is it? Molehills. About there, I think, with the first one. I got these saplings from the Woodland Trust. They were subsidised and they were only £24 for 15 plants. How are we doing, little trees? They've got a good healthy root system on them anyway. Okay, let's get these two in the ground. I'm not going to add any extra fertiliser or anything. I want it to get used to this soil. There's something so satisfying about planting a tree that I will probably not see grow to maturity. There we go, the first one is in. 14 more to go. I'll catch you up when I've positioned a few more and show you how I'm getting on. So far I've come through the river birch. There's a windy path that's going to go between those two silver birch. I've got a maple there, crabapple at the back. It was quite wet there though. And I have planted a hazel there. It's much drier at this area because of this enormous hornbeam. So I'm now going to weave them down there. Now I'm just going to leave the trees for a little while and plant some herbs that I bought from the garden centre yesterday instead. Mint I am not planting in because it's a bit rampant, but I've got a lovely little golden marjoram, a rosemary and a sage, and I'm going to sow coriander down here to help with the carrot fly issues. So let's get them in. It's my favourite part. This free draining mix that I put in for the carrots is perfect for herbs. They love it. You've checked everything out, have you? Make sure everything's acceptable. Okay, I'm going to put my celery in here. Kneeling down, possibly never to get up again. But there we go. My old knees, not what they used to be. Okay, let's get some of these in the ground. I did plant some of these earlier in the week over by the falling down shed, and sowed a few more rows of carrots too. I'm using the hand without a glove to put in the dirt, and anyway. Yes, I think I'm going to mix these two together. I've got spicy salad leaves and salad bulb red. Alright, Belle, how are we doing? You good girl? Yeah. As you can see, Bella's had her haircut as well. Also, very unprofessionally done by me. Groomers next time, babes, don't worry, you get a proper haircut. Okay. Doug's continuing with the next tall posts, and I'm off to find some pegs to hold that cloche down. Just thought I'd show you my generous gardener Rose. Isn't she beautiful now? She's filled out fabulously. We have, however, suffered a casualty, I think. This was a palm and it was protected with fleece, but it looks pretty dead to me, doesn't it? Ah, well, that was easy, eh? These are the pegs we bought to put some barrier down before we lay the gravel, so I can just steal a couple of those, I think. I must get around to tidying the garage too. Right, girls, let's go and peg that down, hey? Right, I've stopped for a little coffee break and it does look like it's going to rain. So I'm thinking I might actually switch to a different job. Right, while it's raining, I'm just going to quickly sow some more beans. These are from Real Seeds and they are Jacob's cattle beans. Look at the patterns on them. They remind me of the hide of a cow or something, to be honest. So I don't know if that's why they're called cattle beans or whether they're just cattle ranchers ate them as baked beans or something. I am just going to do one to each cell because these are only small cells. Now the rain has stopped briefly, I just wanted to show you something and admit to a huge mistake. This water trough that I did a few weeks ago, the water is exceptionally orange. And the mistake there is that I put a terracotta pot in this bottom corner, not thinking at all. So I need to empty it all out and put a plastic one or something in instead. But I'm not going to show you me redoing it. I just wanted to admit to my stupid mistake. Well, that took me far longer than I was anticipating. All I need to do now is fill it back up with water. And Doug is in the process of fitting another low-level bed and starting the next tunnel through this way. So that's looking good. The sun's come out, so that's even better. So my decision now is, what do I do this afternoon? Do I shovel dirt, which is a little bit boring, let's face it? Do I plant some more trees up the top of the garden? Also could be done later on, I think. Do I finish filling the pond? And more appealing at this precise moment, should I get some plants into my orchard beds? I think that's what I'm going to do. My understanding of a tree guild is that you need a nitrogen fixer, a pollinator attractor, a pest deterrent, and some ground cover. I think that's all of it. I'll gather things together and then I'll show you what I've got. So, what I have got so far is salmon star lupin for the nitrogen fixer. I've got some wild garlic, which I will divide up and spread amongst the different beds. I have got comfrey as a ground cover and a feeder. I have got some garlic chives as a pest deterrent. I might put alliums in too because they are onion family. And for ground cover, I've got rhubarb for this one, but strawberries would work just as well. And then I will add some flowers like cosmos, calendula, zinnias to attract the bees and help with pollination. So yeah, I'm going to get these in the ground. Sorry worm, chopped you in half there. Oh gosh, lots of big worms. No wonder the blackbirds are on here all the time. These have not been in here that long, so I'm just gonna try and get them in without killing them off entirely. You okay there, Bonbon? Yeah? Good girl. You come to see what I'm planting, have you? I'm going to add lots more flowers, as I say, but it's a little bit early at the minute. You watching carefully, Bonnie, in case I do it wrong, are you? Even Bella's coming to inspect my jobs now. Now, in an ideal world, they'll be in a shady spot, but eventually this apple tree will grow. These are my autumn sown nigella. They either grow or they'll get replaced, but I need this tray, so I'm going to get these in the ground. One last thing before I call it a day, I'm going to sprinkle some seeds too. I've got some Orange King California poppies and some forget-me-nots. I'm going to do a sweeping arc around there with the forget-me-nots. Just make a little furrow each side, and then I'll know that the bit in the middle is where the seeds are. I love the Californian poppies, especially these bright orange ones. Pinch them in, make a little drill. Right, I am totally exhausted, but in that sunny evening, completely satisfied with everything you've done today kind of a way. I've got a gardener's manicure, that bed, and this bed almost done. So all in all, a good day's work, I think. Doug's got another 2 beds and posts in today, so that's good going, eh? Another thing which happened this weekend, which changed our plan entirely, even in the build department, was I took delivery of my asparagus crowns. And they are whoppers. So I had to ask Doug very, very kindly to change his plan slightly. So instead of carrying on with the centre section, he then had to install these 2 lovely, long asparagus beds. So another productive weekend, even though it wasn't quite what we had in mind. I just want to take this moment to say thank you. I have just passed 500 subscribers, but the most important part is that you build a fabulous community of like-minded people, and I would just like to welcome you along if you're a new sub, and thank all of you who've been following from the beginning. I really do appreciate each and every one of you. I think that's enough gushing for one week. Thanks for watching. See you next time.